Welcome to Lesson 16 of Microsoft Excel 2010. In this particular lesson, we are going to look at choosing the correct chart type for the information that you have in your spreadsheet. There are several things that we need to keep in mind before selecting a chart to represent your data. The question is, how do I know which type of chart should I use for my data? Unfortunately, there is no right or wrong answer to this question. One should use a chart type that gets the message across in the simplest way. The best way to understand this is that I have created 5 charts to represent my data. There's my data for the year from months January to December, and we have in the second column the number of visitors to Dundee for that particular year for each month. I feel that the column chart is the best chart to represent this kind of information because it clearly shows that the information is in discrete units. For example, in January we know 6,500 visitors were in Dundee. In September we had 6,000 visitors, or almost 6,000 visitors to Dundee. So therefore I feel that the column chart is the best chart to represent the data that I have available. If we look at the second chart, the second chart is the bar chart. The bar chart is similar to the column chart, however the axes have been swapped around. You will notice now, compared to the column chart, the y-axis here in the column chart has now become the x-axis in the bar chart, and the x-axis in the column chart has now become the y-axis on the bar chart. The problem with this is that people are accustomed to seeing time-based information extended from left to right rather than from top to bottom. So therefore the bar chart is inappropriate for the data that we have available. Let's look at the line chart as well as the area chart. Here again we will find that these two charts are inappropriate to represent our data because it seems to imply that the data is continuous, which is not the case. The data that we have available is in month-wise. January 6,500, February 5,432, and the line chart and the area chart basically makes it seem as if the data is continuous. Last but not least, the pie chart. This chart as well is too confusing and does not convey the time-based nature of the data. There are too many data points that are not reflected on the pie chart, and therefore the pie chart is inappropriate for our data that we have in our spreadsheet.